Morning, Laura.
Vivian, what are you doing here?
I've been trying to call you, but the phone's been busy.
Well, yes, Jennifer's been on the phone with the studio.
Well, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about the scene you were going to have with Kate. I just wish I could have been there.
Vivian.
You did see Kate, didn't you?
Yes.
Well, she must have been shocked to see you.
Yes, I guess she was.
Well, what happened when you told her you were going to give away her secrets? Did she faint? Was Victor there? Tell me, I'm dying
Vivian,
to
would you stop firing questions at me and give me a chance to speak?
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to overwhelm you. Take your time. Just don't leave anything out.
I think there's something I should explain to you.
Oh, there you are. I was looking for you in the bedroom. Looks like some toast, some coffee.
No.
Maybe you should go back to bed, Kate.
No, I have to go to court. I've got to talk to Lucas before his arraignment. Victor, I have to make him retract his confession.
Kate, I pleaded with him to change his statement. He insists on standing by his confession.
Victor, he could plead guilty and I could lose him forever.
All right, when you realized Curtis Brown had beaten your mother, you went out, bought a gun, and went looking for him. Is that correct?
I know what I said. I signed the statement. What more do you want from me?
I just want to check this statement one more time. See if there's anything you want to add or change. Like the fact that you didn't kill Curtis Brown.
I'm not changing my statement, so we can get the hell out of here.
Hey, today is a big day. Lucas is gonna plead guilty, the DA is gonna drop the charges, and then we're gonna come back here and we're gonna celebrate. What's wrong?
It's about Lucas's confession. I think it's a fraud.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
He says no matter how many papers he signs, he did not kill Curtis. He couldn't kill anyone. Why is he doing this? Why?
Kate, if he's innocent, obviously he's protecting someone, but he denies it.
He's not a killer, Victor.
Kate, there's only one person in this world Lucas would risk his life for. That's his mother.
He can't be protecting me. I didn't kill Curtis. God knows I wanted to. But I didn't. You weren't so sure, were you?
Kate, we all had motive to kill the man. But I think if you were capable of killing anyone, you would have killed Curtis years ago when you were protecting your children.
I wish I had killed him before he took my babies. Now he may take Lucas as well.
Well, we've got one last chance to see if we can make him change his mind. When he sees you in court, maybe he'll realize what a mistake he's making.
God, I hope you're right.
I'll get the car. Is your glove?
Huh? Oh.
Did you lose the other one?
No. I've got it somewhere. I'll find it. Thanks.
Hello? Laura, it's Kate.
Kate. Look, I'm on the way to the courthouse to go for Lucas's arraignment, and I just wanted to talk to you and make sure that you're going to keep your word, that you won't say anything about my affair with Bill, or that Lucas is his son.
There's nothing more that I would like than to drag your name through the mud. But not at the expense of my family. So don't worry, Kate. I won't go public with your secret. I have to go. I'd appreciate it if you didn't call me again.
Yes, of course. All right. Thank you. Thank God Laura's so protective of her family. She won't tell anyone about Bill or Lucas.
Lucas, you claim you killed Curtis Brown because he'd beaten your mother and he was threatening to make her life a living hell. Is that it?
That's right.
Was there any other reason?
Like what? What else? What else you want me to say?
Lucas, I want you to tell me the truth, okay? The judge is going to question you about your confession.
So?
So, what you say in court could affect the sentence. Now, we all know that Curtis Brown was not a nice man. He had threatened your mother, he had beaten her, and he was blackmailing her. But that is still no reason to kill him. It might get you a lighter sentence, but you're still facing 25 years to life. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I've thought about that. I've thought a lot about things I've never thought about before. And I know what I'm going to say in court. And when I'm through, your girlfriend will be free. Isn't that what you're worried about, Bo?
Yeah, Lucas, I'm worried about Billy. I'm also worried about you.
Don't bother.
Okay, tough guy. Lucas, let's go.
This is crazy. Is it because Carrie doesn't think that Lucas is capable of murder?
No, it doesn't have anything to do with Carrie. Someone told me that Lucas's confession was a fraud.
And who was that somebody? Was that Kate? Victor? Lucas himself? Who?
Curtis told me.
Billy, Curtis is dead.
I know he's dead, but I saw him in my mind, just like we're standing here.
Billy.
He said the whole truth hasn't come out yet, and that I saw something more than I'm admitting to, and that I know who murdered him.
So you're saying that you saw who murdered Curtis?
Yeah, I know who murdered him. And Lucas's confession, it doesn't mean he's guilty.
You saw Lucas killing Curtis?
I don't know, because it's buried so deep in my mind, you know? I'm trying to remember. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm not making this up. The last thing I wanted to do was think about Curtis last night. I was going over to Beau's boat and we were going to be together. It was going to be great.
All this is all the stress.
No.
Yes, the stress is finally getting to you. Lucas signed a confession. He killed Curtis to protect his mother, and the case is over today. The case, that's it. It's over.
Don't you think I want it to be over? Don't you think I want Kate to stop thinking of me as a tramp and a killer? Don't you think I want to prove her wrong? But what if I saw more? What if I saw the murder? And what if Lucas is not guilty?
You're just not dealing with reality, that's all. You're not dealing with the reality of this thing, and the reality of it is that Lucas confessed. We are going down to the courtroom today, and the judge is going to set you free. And you're going to have a terrific life with Beau.
makes no sense, Laura. You wait 18 years to get revenge on Kate. You announce that she was married to Curtis Brown in court. I know there's something else. Don't tell me you feel sorry for her.
No. I'd love to see her totally destroyed. Publicly destroyed. There's nothing more I can do without hurting my own family.
How would it hurt your family? Laura? Jennifer sleeping on the couch?
No, Bill is.
Oh, I'm so sorry, darling. I thought after 18 years you would
What happens in this house is no business of yours, Vivian.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm just so anxious to see you happy, that's all.
And I appreciate your concern, but I'll be just fine.
So will I. Once you let everyone know about Kate.
Vivian, I saved your life, you saved mine. We're even. I don't owe you anything else.
Laura, you don't seem to understand something. Unless I can destroy Kate in Victor's eyes, he's not going to leave her, and I will be left with a great big empty house in Yvonne. I need your help.
Vivian, you're so resourceful. I just know you're going to find a way to win Victor away from Kate, dear.
And I should have known you were much too middle class to go for the jugular.
You have no idea what I'm capable of doing.
Laura? Oh, I didn't know you had some company.
This is Vivian Alamain, Bill Horton.
We met briefly at the party last night.
Yes, we did. Wasn't it a lovely party?
Yes, it was.
Yes. Well, you've been in Somalia, I understand.
Yes.
So, I understand you were raised here in Salem. Have you been practicing abroad and
Darling,
here,
it
or...
was so sweet of you to stop over
not
and
at
say
all.
hello.
It was
but
my
I know
pleasure.
how many
Nice to
errands
see you.
that you have to get to.
No, I
So
don't, actually.
We don't
but-
really want to keep you.
Well, that's all right.
Good to see you.
Welcome home, Doctor. Nice to see you again.
Don't pry. I don't like it.
Oh, God, honey, you're so pale.
Oh, I'm fine, really.
Why are you doing this? I know you didn't murder that monster. I know no matter how angry or upset you were, you could never kill anyone. Listen to me. You have to go before the court today, and you've got to tell them that you made a mistake.
It's not too late, Lucas. You can retract your confession. The judge will probably order a new trial, but that's all right. We'll get you the team of the best defense lawyers in the country. Jameson couldn't be here today, but he sent Richard Walters over to defend you. I'll introduce you to him.
No, wait a second. I don't need to meet him. There's nothing he could do for me.
Lucas,
Victor.
let us help you.
I can't retract my confession.
Don't do this.
Mom, I'm sorry, okay? I know this is hurting you. But it'll all be over soon, okay? You're just gonna have to forget about me.
How can I forget about the one person in the world that means most to me?
Mom, Victor loves you. And you love him. You're gonna make her happy. Hi.
Hi.
Looks nice.
It's beautiful.
So were you okay? You were kind of upset last night.
I'm really sorry that I ruined our evening. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We'll have lots more evenings. Beginning with this evening. In just a few hours, this whole nightmare's gonna be over.
I still think Lucas is innocent.
Would you let it go?
Billy, I know you have doubts about Lucas's confession. So I went to him this morning to give him a chance to change his mind.
And did he?
He swore he killed Curtis. He's going to plead guilty. Excuse me, there's Mickey. I need to talk to him.
There you go. Bo gave Lucas a chance, and he stood by his confession.
Well, I'm sorry. I can't help it. I can't shake the feeling.
You forget your doubts. What do you want to do? You want to risk a life with Bo just because you have an overactive imagination? Listen, Curtis has hurt us enough. And I'm not going to let him destroy you from the grave.
You'd think after all the miles I've flown over the years, I'd get used to the change in time zones.
You should have let me or Jennifer sleep on the couch.
I wanted to sleep beside my wife. Laura, I know that your sudden recovery, your coming home again and seeing me is a bit overwhelming for you. For 18 years, you've had no one to hold you, to touch you. It must have been so difficult. Laura, don't be afraid to love, to let people get close again.
I'm not afraid. You're right. All those years, not having anyone to hold me or touch me, they were very difficult. Especially when I began to recover. But knowing you, I'm sure you weren't alone. I'm sure you found someone to comfort you.
We managed the best that we could, Laura. But every day, I wished for this moment to come. To see you, to talk to you, to hold you. And now it's here. We can pick up where we left off. We can be in love again. Be happy again.
Where we left off.
Well, yes, you want that, don't you?
You want to go back to what we had before I went into the hospital, or what you had?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Kate Kiriakis.
I was on the bench when you made your confession to the courtroom, and I've had an opportunity to read this statement you gave to the police and signed. Were you advised of your rights?
Yes, sir, I was.
Your Honor, I have reason to believe that Mr. Roberts was in a state of emotional turmoil when he gave his confession.
Excuse me, that's not true. I'll go on the stand. You can ask me any question you'd like. We can settle this once and for all.
Counselor?
I have no objections.
All right, let's resolve this question now. Mr. Roberts?
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes, I do. Be seated.
Will you tell the court in your own words what happened the night of the murder?
I killed Curtis, and I stated that in my confession. Why do I have to repeat it?
Because your counsel has raised questions about the validity of your confession.
All right. My mom came home. She had been beaten. Her face was bruised and her eye was swollen. She was in terrible pain.
She told you Curtis Brown had beaten her?
No, but it wasn't that hard to figure out. I went out and I got a gun, and I killed him. That's the whole story.
I'm satisfied. No more questions.
If the court, please.
Yes, Mr. Horton.
Since Billy Reed is my client and her future depends upon the outcome of this hearing, I respectfully request permission to question Lucas Roberts.
Ms. Hamilton?
No objections.
All right, Mr. Horton.
Lucas, did your mother know that you went out to find Curtis?
No, neither did Victor, my stepfather.
Your mother testified that Curtis Brown was blackmailing her.
Yeah, he was a monster.
You knew he'd never leave her alone.
That's right. He would have bled her dry. He would have made her life as miserable as it was when she was married to him. And I couldn't let that happen. I couldn't let her suffer anymore.
So you went out and bought a gun, and with premeditation and forethought, you killed Curtis Brown in cold blood?
Yes.
That's not true. You shot Curtis Brown in cold-blooded anger, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
We will return for the second half of Days of Our Lives in just a moment.
Jennifer told me that you testified against Kate in court recently.
Yes, I did. She was lying on the witness stand, and I wanted to set the record straight.
Well, how did you know she was lying?
Because I knew her, Bill. I knew that you were having an affair with her.
Oh, my God.
You knew the kind of fragile emotional state I was in then. I was counting on you to help me through it, to give me the strength that I needed. But you were too busy sneaking around town with your lover.
Laura, I am so sorry.
It's a little bit late, don't you think? 18 years too late.
No wonder you had a...
Went insane? Oh, good, Bill.
God, if I'd have known.
What would you have done? Huh? Told me that your affair was meaningless. Professed your love for me.
But I did love you. I never meant to hurt you.
You destroyed me. My youth vanished along with my career. Our children grew up without a mother. They got married, they had babies. Our son became a doctor, and Jennifer's husband divorced her, and I should have been here all those years! Damn you!
I wish I could give those years back to you.
I was beginning to recover. Didn't the doctors tell you that?
No.
Well, if you'd come to visit me, you would have known that they were drugging me into a catatonic state. Jennifer came, but she wasn't a doctor. You would have known that something was wrong. Why didn't you come to see me?
I did come in the beginning, but it just tore me up so much to see you that way.
Oh. So you took the easy way out. Just like you did with your affair. All you had to do was tell me that you didn't love me anymore.
Laura, I never stopped loving you.
How could you have slept with her?
It's something I'll regret for the rest of my life.
So will I.
Laura, I can't tell you how sorry I am. But we have a second chance now. A miracle happened. You're back home again. And it's not just a miracle for you and me. It's a miracle for Mike and Jennifer and the rest of the family. I can't undo the past. But I can make damn sure that you're happy in the future. Will you give me a chance to prove it? And be part of your life again?
Well, Madame, did Laura Horton tell you the big secret she's been keeping about Kate Roberts?
No, she clammed up. She doesn't want to hurt her family.
Well, I'm sorry you counted on that secret.
Yes, I know, to destroy Kate in Victor's eyes. But you see, all is not lost, because I will get such pleasure out of seeing Kate's pain when the judge sentences her son to life in prison. I just hope there is so much stress in that family and that marriage that it all goes to hell.
Madame, I hate to disappoint you. Mr. Kyriakis seems to be quite protective of his wife. Quite loving.
Why do you keep pointing that out to me, Ivan?
Because I don't want you to get your hopes up if there is no hope.
There is always hope, Ivan. You see, I know that part of Laura's secret is her husband. I almost have the puzzle put together. I just can't quite make it fit.
I'm sorry I haven't been much help.
Don't worry. Kate's pain will cheer me up.
You seem like an intelligent young man. It's unfortunate that you felt it was necessary to take the law into your own hands to protect your mother. If you just stopped and thought about your actions, how they would affect not only your mother, but your future as well. Mr. Brown's crimes against your mother deserve to be punished, but not by you, by the court. And for taking his life, you must pay the penalty. Without truth and justice, there can be no society as we know it.
I'm gonna talk to you, Curtis. I know you did by beating up my mother, and I'm gonna make you pay for it. You're a real tough guy, aren't you, beating up on women?
Oh my God, that's it.
And so, in the opinion of this court, you're to be sentenced to...
Excuse me, Your Honor. I know exactly what happened that night.
No, how do I undo the past? I'll never forgive Kate for what she did. I don't know that I can forgive you. But there's nothing to be gained by talking about this anymore.
So you're willing to put the past behind us?
As you said, it's the future that counts now.
A future? With me?
It's up to you.
Oh, Laura. You know how much I want to be a part of your life again?
Jennifer's going to be home soon, and I want this discussion to be over when she gets back.
All right. Is there something we have to settle?
You bargain with me.
Bargain?
For the sake of the family, for appearance's sake. We're going to put our differences behind us.
All right. I'll go along with that. And in time, I'll prove my love. I'll prove that you can trust me again. I'll win your heart all over again.
That is not up for discussion. I'm not doing this for you. Or for me. I'm doing it for Jennifer. I'm doing it for the family. They're so happy I'm back. And I haven't been able to bring any happiness into anybody's life for a long time. I just can't take it away from them right now.
All right. If that's the way you want to play it. For now.
There is something else.
What is it?
You can't have anything to do with Kate Kyriakis.
Yes, I promise. I have no interest in Kate, and I'm sure that she has none in me. Is that it?
No. There's one more thing you have to promise.
This is highly irregular, but everything about this case has been highly irregular. However, in the interest of justice, I feel it is necessary to hear this young woman's testimony. If she can shed any light on the events of that night, the court will be pleased to hear it. Remember, Miss Reed, You're under oath.
Yes, sir. I remember that I was in the basement of the building, and I was drugged. I remember Curtis pulling me down and covering me with something. And then I guess I passed out because when I came to, he was talking to someone. He was arguing with someone, and it was a woman. It was Kate Kiriakis. And she was furious. And she was angry with him because he was supposed to do something that he didn't do. And she was saying that she should have known better than to trust a junkie. And that this was going to jeopardize everything. And then I guess I passed out again. Because when I came to this time, Kate was leaving. And Curtis was laughing and taunting her and saying that he was going to make her life miserable.
You're certain that Curtis was still alive when Kate left?
Yes.
Now, if you were drugged and you kept blacking out, how can you be sure that Kate left when you think she did?
Because I remember Curtis pulling me up and saying that Kate was a high and mighty witch, and that if she didn't give him what he wanted, he was going to kill her.
Then what happened?
Then I think I blacked out again. Because this time, when I came to, I remember somebody walking around, and it was Lucas, because he was calling for Curtis.
I want to talk to you, Curtis.
And he was really angry. He was yelling, and he was saying that he knew that Curtis had beaten his mother, and he wanted to make him pay. And of course, Curtis wasn't there at this time, and so he said he was going to come back the next day and he was going to bring the cops.
You saw Lucas leave?
Yes, I heard a car go, so I guess it was Lucas. Curtis was there, and he was saying that Lucas was a little punk and that he wanted to make him pay.
So Curtis was alive after Kate left and after Lucas left?
Yes. And I blacked out again after that, and when I woke up the next time, I was behind the building in an alley.
How'd you get in the alley?
I don't know. I just know that I was back there between some boxes and crates and things, and I heard somebody coming. And it was Kate. Kate was pulling a gun out of her bag. And I remember looking at her face, and it was all bruised and swollen. And she had the gun, and she was going toward the basement door. And then she stopped. And she screamed. And I remember looking up to see what she was screaming at. And that's when I saw that it was Curtis, and he was dead. And Kate just saw the body, and she ran off.
You didn't kill him?
No. And you didn't either.
No.
You risked your whole life.
Mom, wait a second. He was gonna hurt you, and I couldn't let that happen.
Ever since that I was a little kid, I knew you were afraid of something. I just didn't know what. And I would ask you questions, but you'd always dodge them. And I didn't know what was going on until I saw you with Curtis that night, the night of the school fair. And I just figured out who he was.
Honey, I never wanted you to have anything to do with him. I didn't want him to so much as touch your life.
No, wait a second, Mom. He was going to destroy you. He was blackmailing you. And if you didn't go along with it, he was going to kill you. And I wanted to kill him, but I couldn't find him. And then when I heard on the radio that he was killed, I thought you did it.
No, I told you I didn't do it.
I know. I didn't believe you, but I couldn't let you go to prison.
So you confessed? I wonder why she came to our defense.
I don't know.
Maybe she's just a decent person.
Well, you're free. That's all that matters to me.
He said that she heard you and Curtis arguing about something that he was supposed to take care of, something that would ruin everything. What was that all about?
Oh, Victor, I don't know. That night is such an awful blur for me. I can't remember.
Well, as you said, Lucas is free. That's what matters.
May I have order, please? Order. In light of Miss Reed's testimony, the court dismisses the charges against Lucas Roberts. You're free to go.
How did she wind up with everything? She went from the depths of a drug addict to the most powerful man in Salem. She won. I lost everything. Let's get out of here. Ivan, are you sleeping on your feet?
No, madame, what is it?
Obviously, you don't care about anything I have to say.
Madame, I'm thinking about Billy's testimony. There has to be something in there that could help us.
What difference does it make? I've lost everything.
Why'd you do it, Billy?
Because it all started coming back to me. I mean, most of it, and I couldn't let Lucas go to prison for something he didn't do. How could I live with myself? How could you live with me?
I couldn't. You did the right thing.
Yeah, and I finally feel free. What's the matter?
Billy, the charges against you were never dropped. It was declared a mistrial. That means you can be tried again.
I know that.
Billy, afraid I have some bad news. The DA's office is going to put you on trial again.
Yes, Dad, I hope it's possible. Well, yeah, it's nice to talk to you, too. Hey, we missed you at the party last night. All right, a big family dinner, yes. I'm looking forward to it. All right, bye-bye. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Tom and Alice have really missed you.
You said that there was one more promise I had to make to seal our bargain.
Yes.
Whatever it is, the answer's yes.
You don't even know what I'm going to ask you. This is Lucas Roberts.
Yes, I know. I glanced at the paper last night. What about him?
You can't have anything to do with him.
Laura, I already told you that I wouldn't have anything to do with Kate.
That's Jennifer.
Since I'm not going to see Kate, I don't see any reason to see her son.
He's also your son.
You know, when I was in jail, I was thinking a lot about this place. All the good times we've had here.
We'll have good times again. Listen, I'll have Cook make you something to eat. You want breakfast or lunch?
Lunch, please.
You don't know how much I've missed you. I was petrified that I'd never see you again unless it were behind bars. It must have been awful for you.
It was. I did a lot of thinking. And I was thinking about our past and how it's hurt us. Mom, I promised myself that if I ever got free, that I would try to find my father.
What?
I want to know him, Mom. I want to know about him. I want to know his name.
I can't tell you. I promised I would never tell his name, and don't you go looking for him. It would only hurt you.
Why?
It just would.
Why would it hurt me?
It just would. Lucas, please trust me on this. Just get it out of your head. You haven't known anything for 18 years. You don't need to know now.
It's important to me, though. I mean, I was in jail, and I was thinking about it more and more, and...
Lucas, we have a lovely life now. If you pursue this, you're not going to hurt just yourself. You're going to hurt me. Please, sweetheart, just accept the fact that Victor is your father now. Accept it and forget about the past.
All right. I'll drop it for now.
All right.
Lunch will be ready in 20 minutes.
Okay. Good. I guess I'll go change.
All right. Go. Get out of here. Thanks.
It's a happy day, Kate. To our future. To our happiness.
To the baby we're going to have.
To the son we're going to have.
Oh, yes.
Do you have the car keys or do I have them?
Hello?
Ivan, what is the matter with you? Are you still thinking about Billy's testimony?
Yes, there's a part of her statement I can't get out of my head.
Well, I'm sure that Kate and Curtis argued about a lot of things. There could be something to it.
Yeah. Why should she be so angry at him for something he did not do?
You know, I was watching Kate's reaction during Billy's testimony. Of course she reacted. By George, I've got it. And if my suspicions are right, I'll have Kate just where I want her and Victor just where I want him. Come on, Watson. We've got work to do.
What you did took a lot of guts. Very few people would have put their own life in jeopardy for someone else.
Now we have to save Billy again.
Yeah, well... Look, you guys know that I'm going to do my best, but I'm starting from scratch. I have got no new suspects. None.